Today I'm going to be showing you how to do an infinite money glitch, and it should be pretty easy to do each session that you go into Call of Duty without having to do any contracts. No contracts needed. Alright, so we're going to jump into our first little session here. We see the Stormcaller, Stormcaller, whatever you want to call it, right? We're going to make it follow us outside of its ether storm. Once it does that, we're going to give it some time until it dies out, because the Stormcaller, whatever you want to call it, it can't survive outside of the ether storm. So once it dies, it'll drop you 1,000 essence, and then it'll drop you a $5,000 skull, and then you can repeat this over and over and over again, and it doesn't die. It just keeps respawning, right? So once we do that, this is going to be the first one. We're going to go back. We're going to go back into the ether storm. We're going to try to lure it out. And the way you lure it out is you go in there, try to get its attention, try to get as close as possible to the Stormcaller, and then lure it out. Now we have our second skull, and we got a Pack-a-Punch 2 crystal out of that. So we're going to go back into our third try and try to lure it out again once more. You gotta get a little bit closer, because if you drive off a little too fast, you might miss your opportunity for it to follow you. So right here, it's trying to slowly make its way back into the storm. It fails though. It drops another skull and another Pack-a-Punch 2 crystal. So we're good to go there. We have 3 already. That's 15k in the bag. 15k in the bag right now. We're gonna go back to our 4th round. Sweet, it followed us out. And the reason why I do a little bit of damage to it, it's so it can pause in place, right? So it can stay in place, right? Because the closer it gets, the chances of it making it back to the ether storm is pretty high. And here's our 5th one. So right here we get 20k. Go ahead and sell it. So that was our 4th one, and this is going to be a separate session here. I want to get into the line of sight of the Stormcaller and then lure it back out, as I'm doing here. Once I lure it out, I do a little bit of damage here so it's in place, like I said earlier. Like, the purpose of this is not to kill it outside of the zone, but for it to die on its own. So right here we got 1,000 essence plus 5k, and then we got lucky and he dropped the Wonder Waff for us. Now I was kind of debating whether I wanted to keep the Scorcher or keep the TYR pistols. I mean, I already used my legendary tool on the TYRs. If not, I would have dropped the TYRs over the Scorcher. But here we're gonna go another round. We're gonna go back into the zone. We're gonna make sure the Stormcaller is following us. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you have, as long as you have a durable gas mask and you can withstand the storm. So right here, it followed us pretty far away from the storm. So it's, it's gonna die pretty much instantaneously here. So 1,000 essence and a 5k skull. So technically you get 6k out of it. So here we're gonna do a 3rd try. We got an armored vehicle here. We're gonna lure it back out. Exact same process. Do a couple of damage. Now it's in place. Dies. That's another 1,000 right there, plus the 5k that the skull provides. So that's already what, 3 tries. That's 3k. Plus 15, that's 18k right there. 18k in the bag without doing any contracts. Super easy. Now, if you are doing this glitch, this method, fucking rats. I will say this, people who do the Tombstone glitch, the Stormcaller glitch, this thing right here, I'm only putting this video out because it's easy to do, right? Like, it's easy to lure out, it's easy to do all these glitches. But is it really a glitch? But I mean, hey, you're never gonna see me make a video on how to do a Tombstone glitch, because I think that's just for rats. And like, it's cool and all if people want to, you know, give it out to people. If the people who are doing the Tombstone glitch want to give it out, give out, you know, loot, whatever and whatnot. But it just defeats the whole purpose of grinding. So this secret bunker is going to be located in H8. Once you go through this door, you're going to see a chessboard on a table. It has a pawn, it has a rook, it has a bishop, and then it has a knight. So these are going to be the locations where the transmitters are going to be located at. Once you collect each transmitter, the transmitter is going to relay the message back down to here. Now we're going to make our way down to the first transmitter, which is going to be the pawn chessboard. The pawn's going to be on the top right hand corner, and that should be here at the bottom right. So before I collect that, let me play it up here real quick and then make sure that I'm not being chased by the dogs and the zombies real quick. So let me just clear this area out before I can actually collect the transmitter. And I'm running low on plates too, so once we do that, we'll collect this transmitter back down to H7. That's where it's located, it's on your map. So once we collect that, we're gonna make our way down to the Bishop, and the Bishop's gonna be located in this tunnel down here. Let's say you did the first transmitter, the pawn, and then this is the last one you need, right? The last one you need is gonna be the Bishop. Once the Bishop goes down, this is the last one you need. Somebody could already be waiting down at the H7 location, right? Waiting for you to finish it. So what I want to do here, I have depth perception too, so I know where he's at. And I gotta get out of the way because this turret is laying rounds on me right now. So I know where the Rook is at, and I pretty much just wonder waft him. Dude was spazzing out. Once I do that, I send the transmission down to H7 again. That's gonna be our second location. That's pretty much already our third transmitter. We need one more to go. It's gonna be 4 because there are 4 chess pieces, and it looks like somebody might have already intercepted us. So we're gonna try to make our way back towards H7. I'm gonna zoom in here, see what's going on, because I am not seeing. Look, yep, we got confirmation. We got confirmation. It got intercepted. They're gonna try to make their way back, but we beat them to it. Right here, all the chess pieces on the board are knocked down, so we completed all the transmissions. Once we do that, you'll see that all the lights have turned red. That means that we've completed each and every single transmission. Once those lights have turned red, we're gonna go into this box over here on this table, and we're gonna unlock the vault. Now once we unlock the vault, we can go ahead and enter it. There are 3 chests in here, so we got a large chest, 2 self-reses, we'll take that. 35k, or we got a gold bar worth 3,500. You get a SMG, and then for the second one we get 2 perks, and then and then we get another gold bar worth 3,500, and then we got one more. But I want to make sure, I want to clear this out first, so I'm not trapped in here before I can actually collect the last reward, because I did see a couple zombies come in and I don't want to get trapped. I know I have the Wonder Waft, but still, you can never be too safe. Oh, and lo and behold, The last one is a mimic. So we're gonna wonder waff it. Honestly, the rewards could have been a little bit better.